how did you look at that one? Another frustrating one because you lost a point?
Yeah, it's disappointing. Hey, we had a couple really good looks in overtime. Klinger hits the post and then had another good chance. So we had the best chances in overtime. So again, you get into these skill contests. You play them even for 65 minutes and you lose the point on a shootout. So that's disappointing.
Saad Youssef, go ahead.
Hey, Rick, what kind of adjustments do you have to make as a coach when you have players going down like that and only 10 forwards available?
Yeah, that's tough, especially with the heavy workload we've already had. You just try to keep the shifts as short as possible, and at this point, you're talking 20, 25 seconds and get them off. When you go down to 10 forwards halfway through that game, even before that, it's tough. Give the guys credit. Listen. We're disappointed we lost that point, but you're down to 10 forwards halfway through into 4 and 6, and the workload we've had, you give the guys credit. They sucked it up and they worked their butts off. They did. They gave us everything they could tonight, and it's very disappointing we lost a point in the shootout. But listen, our guys tried very, very hard. They gave us everything they could, considering the schedule we've had and the fact that we lost two forwards too early in that game. So listen, they gave us their best effort.
Mike Heika, go ahead.
Any updates on Fox or Kibiranta, and then how did Cogliano and Como do when coming back basically after their illness and injury?
Yeah, no, they were fine. There's no update. They're both lower body injuries. They'll be checked over the next couple of days. So I know they're probably get some MRIs and everything in, whatever they need to do. But that's all I know at this point.
Matt Franks, go ahead.
What do you think of Ty Dellandrea tonight?
Listen, he works so hard every game, and he's actually in the shootouts and practice. He's very good. He just gives you 100% every game, and you know that. And he's, as a 20-year-old kid, if I said this before, he's probably, would benefit playing a little bit in Austin, but that's not going to happen. And give him great credit. He's playing hard, and he hits everybody. He gives you everything he can every shift. Is there inexperience showing? Absolutely. So but that's to be expected. And but he's all heart. He's a great teammate, and he gives you everything he can every shift, and that's all you can ask as a coach.
Mike Heika, go ahead.
How about Gardner getting his first goal? That must have been a nice moment.
Yeah, he's had some really good looks. I think he hit the post a couple of games ago, and every game he seems to come close to scoring. So it's good for him to finally get one. Again, he's a rookie trying to figure out his way through this league. So it's nice for him to finally get one.
Matt Franks, go ahead.
Big picture, how do you look at your team at the midway point?
Well, I guess it's hard to evaluate with the guys that we're missing. With the guys that we have, I think we should be a few points better. I've said that we've played better than our record up to this point, and we have. We haven't been able to get, and it goes back to that. The goal's for when we need them, but in terms of how we've played up to this point, we've played as a team. We've played very, very well. The fact that we've lost points in these shootouts and overtime, it goes back to some of it is the people we're missing, and that can't be helped. But for the 28 games, 5-on-5, and we've played very, very well. We, as a team, have we lost some points because of our inability to finish? I think it just comes right down to that. Again, we could be 4 or 5 points easily better than what we are, but we are where we are. And the guys have worked very, very hard. We've never questioned their work ethic. After 28 games, there's been maybe 5 or 6 bad periods, and that's pretty good that we can sit here and say that. That speaks a lot about the work habits of the team and our team play. The disappointment is that there's 4 or 5 points out there we know we could have had we been able to finish.
And our last question for Coach goes to Saad Youssef. Go ahead, Saad.
Hey, Rick, I know we've talked about this since almost training camp, but John Klingberg, when he shoots, it seems like good things just usually happen. Do you like how much he's shooting at this point now?
Yes. I mean, that shut off the post in overtime. It's about a half an inch from going in. Keep shooting. He's got a great release, and he's got an offensive mind. Offensive players have got to be able to use their creativity, but he's got that quick release, and he beat the goalie tonight. And the other one, the goalie made a really good save after that timeout we took, and John had a really good chance. The goalie made a good save, but he's got a great release. We wanted him to keep shooting.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.